This month we check out a really interesting octoprint plugin called the Spaghetti Detective. Now what it's supposed to be able to do is detect print failure. So when things are going wrong or your model falls over, it should be able to see that via a webcam and alert you or stop the print. Now this plugin is in beta, but I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and check it out to see just how it works and how we get it installed. So let's head to the computer. So I've got my test rig set up here. I've got my Prusa Mark II. I've got a new install of Octoprint on my Raspberry Pi B3 Plus. So let's just go out and grab the plugin. I have a C920 webcam also. Let's head to Settings, Plugin Manager. We'll get more. And let's search for Detective. And here's the Spaghetti Detective. Let's install. And it's done. We can go ahead and restart now. After you install the Spaghetti Detective plugin, when it comes back up, it's going to take you through this wizard on how to get it set up. So you need to sign up for a beta testing account currently. It does close April 21st, but they have extended that 3 weeks already, so they might extend it even further than that. So let's go ahead and hit sign up. Go ahead and enter your information. And once you sign up, it's going to ask for your cell phone number, and then it's going to text you a code that you have to put in. But then you can come back and sign in. And then we can click Add a Printer. Let's just call it Prusa Mark II. We're going to have it pause the print and notify us when there's a failure. And just to test some of the features, let's go ahead and have it turn off the hot end. We'll retract the filament and we'll lift the extruder on the Z. And down here you can set how sensitive the plugin is. We're just going to leave it in the middle in the default just to test it out and see how it's going to work. So let's hit next. Now it's going to direct us to go install the plugin on Octoprint. We've already done that part. Hit next. Here's our secret code. We can copy this. You can use this button over here if you'd like. Go back to Octoprint. Step 3, paste your code in. Hit test. Secret code is valid. We are awesome. Back to the website, hit next. Spaghetti Detective has been configured. Hit done. And now we should be able to see our camera feed from our testing rig on our Prusa Mark II. It's kind of interesting how this thing works. It has a little gauge that goes up when it might see abnormality. But let's go ahead and do a test print just to see what it does during a regular scenario. I've got a file slice. Let's just go back into Octoprint. We can hit finish here. We'll connect up. I'll drag my G-code in. Let's go ahead and start the print and see what the plugin does while it's printing. So right out of the gate, it looks like it grabs a snapshot about every 15 seconds. For the most part, it's been pretty uneventful. The gauge really hasn't moved at all. The print has been successful. So the print finished successfully, nothing happened, the gauge didn't even move, so we didn't have any false positives. So that's a good sign. But what if we restart the print and something were to happen to it? So we started to print the deck of the Benchy. Let's add a little intervention to this and just see what happens. So let's switch back to the Detective. Our meter's still reading looking good. Let's see how long it takes. So it's taken about 10 snapshots and it hasn't noticed anything yet, but the model is actually writing underneath the hot end. So let's keep watching. So Spaghetti Detective still hasn't noticed anything, but it's starting to creep out from underneath the hot end. So I'm guessing when it breaks loose, then it might start to notice something's wrong. Now the model finally broke loose and it's starting to make some spaghetti, so let's see what happens from here. So about 5 snapshots after the model broke loose, it actually started to notice what was going on and the gauge is starting to go up. You can see the green box around the spaghetti mess. And then the very next frame, it hit failure detected. And it did just what it said it'd do. It shut the hot end off. It also sent a text to my cell phone. And it sent me an email with a snapshot of what was going on. So let's go ahead and say, yes, it failed, cancel print. It showed me that it canceled the print, and it shut the printer down. It turned the bed off. So all in all, that was pretty cool. It was able to detect the spaghetti right away. Now, it would have been nice if it would have sensed the model was moving with the print head and been able to shut it down. Also, I don't know if the software is always going to be free. They might charge for it in the long run. But we'll find all that out when it's production ready. Also, it would probably work a lot better if the camera could see a lot larger model. I'm guessing it'll be able to detect it a lot easier the bigger the model. You're probably not getting the bang for the buck on the Benchy. But again, another cool Octoprint plugin that's making 3D printing even easier. A huge thank you to all my Patreon supporters. These videos are just for you, and I'll see you on the next coffee break.